Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, we have come. There's this a particular story that Mazi Simon Ekpa is telling us on this video. Every Biafran is supposed to know it. If you doubt it or you know the truth about the story, it is high time. All right, we say the truth concerning this Simon Ekpa. Yes, if he's saying the truth, why don't you give him your support? If he's lying, why don't you come up and say, oh, I knew you. This is the lie. This is where you are lying and we are not getting it right. Everybody should please, all right, listen to our Prime Minister. He said before he started the struggle, this happened, this happened, this happened. Even from the time of Uche Mefo, you understand? Yes, that is when you know that somebody is saying the truth at any given time. Let's hear him out. The story is long. Follow to the end. And you'll be filled like I'm filled after listening to him. And I can confirm to you that he's saying the truth. And it's a mysterious thing. Bring God that brought him into this struggle, brought him to stand in times like this. Yes, because actually it was like Nnamdi Kanu was standing alone, not knowing, thinking he was standing with men. When he was saying, I need 100 men, people could not say, I am one or I am two. But this guy said, I am 50. You can look for the rest of 50. Mystery in Biafra struggle. Freedom is our own. Hand of God is in it. No man born of a woman can remove the hand of God in this struggle. The victory we are having cannot be stopped, and enemies cannot take us over. So that is victory. All right? Biafra land is different from other lands. Different from Benue, different from Jos, different from Kaduna, different from all these areas that they are subduing overnight. When you bring Ola, the one that is like their own or even better than their own, they will stay clear from your land. Ha ga-amata that a na-enwe obodo enwe. You understand? And that is how it is. Let's hear him out. And I'll be right back.
Before joining this Biafra struggle, I have studied everything. I have studied the movement of the IPOB. I have studied Nigeria very well. And I know exactly where things were going wrong. And I know where things were going right. So I know all those things ahead of time. It's not like I just came in and then I wanted to do something. And so I know everything ahead of time. I came prepared. And that's why the first time I started broadcasting, I told Nigeria government, go and hire the highest person. I don't know, some of you who followed me from the one when I started broadcasting from 2019, when I started making video, I said Nigeria military. They are called Nigeria military, not Nigeria government. I said now you have to go and bring out your best. I believe that video must be somewhere in YouTube. Somebody will still have it. So when I came to this struggle, I came prepared. I did not come here to do jamboree or to do try and lock. I came prepared. And when I was discussing with Mazi, with Uche Mefo, then it is not something I want to go into. I know so many times that I reach out to this Uche Mefo, but these are the people who blocked everything that was coming to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when they see that you are, that is something you have, or maybe they see that something you are carrying that they don't carry, they don't want you to get closer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all. So everybody can know how they fought to stop the broadcast that how I hosted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on our platform then. They did everything to stop it because they know there is something in this guy, right? There is something in this guy. So it was the whole hell was let loose that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not appear on my platform. So there is something that they saw that many people did not see. And that is the word they don't want that thing they saw in me to, to be out to the public. But Anna, ndị Igbo na-atụnyere si aka ekpuchi ọnwa. This is the example of the Innu, the adage of Aki Buchuonwa. So no matter how, you can never cover pregnancy. Because the more you try to cover it, the more Alpha can shoot out. That was actually this was actually the explanation of Aki Buchuonwa, what these people did. Because then I was advising Uchemefo what to tell Thomas Nnamdi Kanu. And when I send those messages, who knows? It doesn't get to him. So I find out that, most of the conversation between me and Uchemefo doesn't get to Thomas Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, at the end of the day, you see how God works his own thing, and Uchemefo was out of the game. That was when God began to position, because the Biafra is a spirit and it's a divine mandate. So it is going to shape the whole thing to make sure that this Biafra come. Uchemefo had problem. And he was out. Now, the next person was this George Onyibe. George Onyibe was the first person to attack me in IPOB. He was broadcasting and was attacking me, Simon Ekpa, this, that. Many of you may still have that particular broadcast. On that broadcast where he was attacking me for the very first time, he said, if they go to war front with Nnamdi Kanu, and the Nnamdi Kanu want to do anyhow, he will be the first to kill him before the enemy. The broadcast is there on Radio Biafra. So I listened to this broadcast. I caught that particular session where he made that comment, and I was like, no. How can you say things like this? And also, even if you want to say, so what message are you trying to pass to the Biafra people by saying, if you go to war front with Nnamdi Kanu, that this Biafra thing is not, if anything happens, you will first of all kill him before the enemy. So what exactly message? And during this time, he was the IPOB, was the African rep. So I caught this video, this audio, analyzed it. I sent it to the people in the United States. I sent it to Ogbuehi, this Ogbuehi in America. Because this story, I don't know if I have told this story before. I sent it to Ogbuehi. Then I do not have a direct contact to Ogbuehi even. So I sent it to somebody who is very close to Ogbuehi and asked the person to forward this video to Ogbuehi, this audio to Ogbuehi, and asked the person that Ogbuehi should forward it to Nnamdi Kanu, that this guy is a betrayer. And
it's not
very closely that is not real. Whether this audio get to Onyendu, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he was also expelled. You see how God was positioning the whole thing. All those bad eggs will be removed. The people I have used trying to contact Nnamdi Kanu and to send some advice. But I believe that maybe that particular audio get to him and he began to watch George Onyibe and how he started misbehaving. At the end of the day, he was removed. And they told me that Onyibe had been sacked. I was like, okay. So a lot started happening until I get in contact with Nnamdi Kanu. And that was how this whole brouhaha started. And the day that Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to broadcast, was supposed to come to our platform, he was on the phone. Everybody was calling him. Don't go. Don't go. He did not take out. The guy was fighting IPOB in Finland. If you know what he did in Finland, the phone was calling from hey, until the dying minute. Then everybody heard how they were confessing on their radio that they tell Onyendu not to go. And at the end of the day, Onyendu went. So God positioned this whole thing to happen. And like I said, when I came to Biafra struggle, I came prepared. And that was the reason why I know that it is not going to take more than 5 years to declare Biafra. And today is not because of that 5 years. So I want to declare the restoration of Biafra just to meet 5 years. No, you yourself have just said that within this short period, we have been able to fix everything. That is exactly how proactive, any genuine person must be. You have to put everything in place. And also, There are many things that we are using against Nigeria, which Nigeria can never understand. In fact, one person in Finland then, who was part of the IPOB Nigeria there, was telling me in those days when they started knew that you are the thing that hit Nigeria and they don't know what hit them. And I don't know whether that guy is we still remember all those things. So anyway, the thing is that what we are doing is not a try and log. Like I said, we are not trying our log. You must put every mechanism in place, all these things in place that qualifies you to be recognized as a nation according to international law. And that is exactly this principle we have followed. And we are following it, and you can see the result it is bringing out today. And remember that as we are doing all this, we know it is not very easy for any nation to recognize you as you are fighting for freedom. It is, it is not easy. For any, in fact, actually, in the history of freedom fighting, it is only Biafra, that actually has been recognized by nations during the time of their fighting and declaration, very easily. You know how many years it's taking now for Palestine? They committed act of terrorism after a decade fighting against Israel. Now, they are recognizing them, and then UN is debating, and then also, recognizing them. But you know how many years it took them? And also they went into committing act of terrorism against Israel. That is how, these things are done. So you must be able to know what you are doing. And once you know what you are doing, the rest is history. So no matter how they try to distract you, you stick to your plan and template. And that's what we have done differently. So if you see, for the past 2 years, we have been able to build and unveil the Biafra Defense Force. We have been able to equip them, arm them, give them sophisticated weapons to be able to defend our land. And you see, for the very first time in the history of Biafra, Nigeria has fought a war in Biafra land and lost. While we have not even started, though, we are fighting a guerrilla warfare. And again, they also have adopted what they call the jungle warfare. You see the Chief of Staff, Army Staff saying it, that now they have adopted the jungle warfare. So we are giving them what they are bringing to us. It is you give, take. It is do me, I do you. It is akonye wetel in here. So they bring out that particular jungle warfare. We are also into guerrilla warfare. So, and they can't see us, but we see them. This is our land, and they are complaining. And like I said, they can never win this war. Nigeria can never win this war. They can never. Because the system we are using is completely different from anything they have seen in the past. And they can never win. They were not trained to fight this kind of war. And they cannot win. Not in our terrain. Thank you. So I know exactly why I said 5 years. And that 5 years will not pass. From the 2nd of December, the whole thing will change. Thank you.
Wow. And
o tee n'agbata obi nọ ebe ahụ Clinton of Uche Mefo unu ọ na-anụkwa
thank you so much. That was very, very profound
unu ọ
and deep.
na-anụkwa
And of course, Biafra, the public government media will cut out this and make it go viral.
wow
All right, David, thank you for that question. We move with speed. Success, okay, success, microphone, all right, we'll give you the microphone. Epco Kings, please bring your question. 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Ralph. Thank you, my Minister of Information. God bless you, my Prime Minister, Meji Bwagowan, Ndirosi Noderonko. Thank you, my Prime Minister, for all that you have been doing for us. Mechuko Gabiama. More airborne, sir. So there is something that is bothering me. There is an information that I got from Old Imo State, Owerri precisely, because I don't like maybe seeing this zoo military being happy or being living a kind of a flamboyant life in our land. There's something somebody told me day before yesterday or yesterday, that the zoo military army in Obrinze, that they collected land belonging to a particular village, claiming that they want to make use of the land, maybe to add it with the one they have. At the end of everything, they started parcellating the land to be selling it a kind of like the real estate business is going on in Biafra land. So they are now selling those lands to individuals, which that was the land that they collected from the individuals, the villagers. So I don't know if there is anything you can do to help the people out, or maybe for you to stop them, because the money they are getting from they will still be using the money to fight us. So that's what I wanted to chip in and see what will be your reaction, sir. Thank you, sir.
Do not listen to every story and do not believe every story they tell you. There are a lot of fake stories going out there. What we have made very clear is that nobody will take our land and have peace. Not the military, not the police, not the Nigeria state, not the governors, and that issue I've addressed before. So, but don't listen to every story that you hear. Most of them are fake stories. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you, sir. And that should be very clear to you, my brother. It's not everything they tell you, because this is propaganda season. People use propaganda to distract you, and some people derail out of not being, grounded in the truth and following up. Anything that doesn't come from the space, Twitter space or X handle of the Prime Minister, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't believe it. Thank you very much. Move. Our own sister, the Dominica, please go ahead and bring your question to the PM.
Good evening, my honorable Prime Minister, ministers in the House, all protocol observed. I don't really have a question, but I have like two things to say regarding the cervical issue, the cervical immunization issue. The first thing I need to say is the plan to reduce the population of the world is something that has been channeled by Bill Gates. And Bill Gates has already signed contract with Nigeria to promote some of these plans. And one of that is to increase the supply of so-called immunization medications to Nigeria. And this has already been gradually implemented, because I could see since last year some of the boarding school, even in Biafra land, some girls have already taken it, and I made some statement, a personal statement to them why they shouldn't take it, because cervical immunization is not given to young people; it's given to older people from older age. Because what they plan to do is to manipulate the productive system and made these girls barren when it's time for them to have children. So what we're dealing with here is a fight between darkness and light, because the evil one is using people like Bill Gates to destroy mankind, because they want to kill as many people as possible. And targeting Biafrans is not new, because they know what Biafrans are like. Biafran women are like old Hebrew women with productive womb. So they are using every mechanism, and Nigeria has already bought into Bill Gates' plan, and they've already been paid money. Even some of the organs that are being harvested, these are all targeted way of reducing the population. Some of these killings happening in the north is part of Bill Gates' plan. So they are not just coming into the country; it's already planned. These pharmaceutical people have already been paid. Some Nigerians have already been paid to carry out this agenda, and it's part of Bill Gates' agenda. It's not just stopping them; it's stopping it from the top. Anything about Bill Gates in Biafra land has to be destroyed from the root, because Bill Gates is working for the demonic kingdom.
All right, thank you, our sister, for this information. It has already been known for a very long time that they are trying to control childbirth. Are they God? They are not. And not even in our region. They should do it to the north, because actually they used to give northern people arms. They give them a lot of money. Bambiala people, they give them a lot of money. So all the money they are sending to Nigeria goes to the north. all the palliative or whatever they are sending goes to the north. So their vaccine should as well head to the north and not to Biafra land. No governor will force this on us. Yeah? No government person of Nigeria will force it on Biafrans. We are wiser. Biafrans are wiser. We are not ordinary people, okay? And that is it. Thank you everyone for your time on this very channel. God bless you all.